Hi, everyone. I'm Rochelle. This is Justin.
Hello.
It's Tuesday, so it's time for Tuesday Tips. Now, if you are a Mississippi teacher, do we have news for you? We have just added to ESGI for free for you to use the Mississippi College and Career Readiness Standards tests. So stay tuned, tag another Mississippi teacher that you know, and listen up. Now, something to be said, if you are not a Mississippi teacher, we're going to show you how to add tests to your home screen for free and group them together in their own tab. So pay attention whether you are a Mississippi teacher or not, and also share this with your Mississippi administrators because they can also publish out Mississippi State standards tests for the entire district using a managed subject tab. So go ahead and tag those Mississippi teachers and administrators and listen up as Justin's going to tell you how to do it.
Yep. So we had the luxury of having one of our awesome partners, Kinder Glitter Girls, add a whole bunch of new tests to ESGI that adhere to the Mississippi State standards. So let's show you how to find those and add them to a subject tab. So first, you'll see Test Explorer button up top here. You'll want to navigate to that. Once you're in Test Explorer, you will then want to create a subject tab where you can place these new tests. So to do that, you either click the Organize Your Test button here or Organize Subject button up top here. Now, once you do that, you'll want to create your new subject. So I'm going to create MCCRS, as that's the Mississippi State tests that have been added. And if you are in a different state, you can name this anything that you want that will correlate to how you need the standards to appear, or if you just want a specific subject tab name, you could do that as well. So now that the subject tab is created, I'm going to show you how to find these tests and then add them to the subject tab itself. You'll click this button, Add a Test, down here at the bottom left, and that opens up this little page where you can start filtering down and searching for the tests that you want to add. Since we know that these tests have been created by a friend of ESGI, and we know that it's Kinder Glitter Girls, I could just type into the author search bar, and you'll see right away it starts auto-populating the name that I started typing. So you just click that, and now all of the tests appear that this author has created. So you can scroll through and find them. If you know the test itself that you need to add, you can just go ahead with this method and check them off in the checkbox, and then click Add to Subject. And now these two tests are going to appear on the main pie charts page.
Now, Justin, the cool thing about this that I always love is I could select every single one of them just by clicking that box at the top, right? And then it's going to move them all over to my home screen for free. Look at how easy that is. So if I wanted every single one of the Kinder Glitter Girls MCCRS kindergarten tests, I can just move them over in one click. Isn't that just swift?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. One quick note about that, though, is we only load 20 tests at a time. So it's only going to load the first 20. Then you scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see a new 20 appear. So if you needed to add more tests, or if you didn't see the test initially in the first set of 20, you just keep scrolling down, and then they'll keep appearing as you scroll.
Good point. Okay. Yeah, and there's a lot. Look at that. That's a lot of tests. You might also think you want to group them by subject area. So you might have a math, you might have language arts. So you might look carefully at which tests you are putting into there.
Yeah, and when you do that, you could just name them MCCRS-ELA or -math or -science if they're science tests that you needed to add. And you can create as many tabs as you want. Now let's show a different method on how to do this, in which you will be able to actually preview the test before you add it to the subject tab. There are, as you can see, various methods of filtering and searching here again. If you, again, knew it was a friend of ESGI, which in this case it is, you would just find Kinder Glitter Girls down here and click this link, and it will open up all the tests. If you didn't know, then you could go search by any of these filters on the left-hand column. If you knew the grade level, the content area, the author, the subject tab, if it was a starred or unstarred test, or if it was created by a friend of ESGI. So I'm going to use the friend of ESGI link here. and I'm going to scroll down to where Kinder Glitter Girls appears. I'll click that, and then the filter automatically applies to the results, and we will only see tests authored by Kinder Glitter Girls. Now, this is a good method. If you want to actually preview the test, I'll just click on, I will do identify shapes. To view the test details, you just click the blue link. And then we highly recommend, if you're going to actually add this to your subject tab, we highly recommend making a copy first. That way you own the tab, and if you needed to, or own the test, and if you needed to make any modifications at all, then you would be able to do that. If you just simply add this test, you wouldn't actually be able to make modifications to it. You have to make a copy first to do that. Now, if you wanted to preview the test, you just click this blue little button up here, and then it will take you through a mock test of what the student will see and what's included on the test. So you can then preview the entire thing. At the end, you decide you like the test, so you want to add it to a subject tab. Now, how do you do that from here? It's actually really easy. You see this little section down here labeled subject, and then all your tabs that are on the pie charts page are listed here. You would just scroll down to the tab we just created, the MCCRS. It's already selected in this case, so I didn't have this test must already be included there. So if this was not included, this would not be selected, and you would just go and click that checkbox there, and then the test would appear in that subject tab.
Oh, and now, Justin, one thing is a test can live in multiple places at one time and update simultaneously. And so even though we put it in the MCCRS, could we also put it in our math tab if we wanted to?
Yeah, let's go find our math tab. Since this is a kindergarten test, I will find my K-Math subject tab, and I will select it there. And it says changes saved. And I'll scroll back down just to confirm it stayed in MCCRS tab as well, but it's also now going to appear in the math tab. Now, I'll show what that looks like in just a second, but one more thing to point out in this spot is what state standard does this actually match to? Now, it's a little cut off, but if you hover over it, it's going to tell you the entire state standard that this test matches to. And all tests that adhere to a state standard will have this tag. That way you could quickly identify what state standard you're actually testing towards, and then you can find the test easily and add it to your subject tab all in one place.
That's so slick. I love that.
Now let's go back to the pie charts page and confirm we actually did add them to our subject tab. We will see that we are on the MCCRS tab and that we have a whole bunch of tests. It should add up to about 20 because that's roughly what I added in Test Explorer. And all of these are now ready to test. If you needed to test the student right away, you just click on a student and then you begin your test. Now let's confirm that the one test made it to the kindergarten math subject tab. I now see that there as well. So just like that, you can quickly add any tests that adhere to a state standard by using Test Explorer, and within a few minutes, you could begin testing your students.
All right, that's great. So all those Mississippi teachers, you now have Mississippi College and Career Readiness Standards tests ready for you to use just by following those simple steps and getting them into your account. So if you have any questions about that, you can contact our customer support. You can even put it down below and we'll respond to it there. And so next time, join us live on YouTube for more Tuesday Tips. Thanks, Justin.
Thanks, Rochelle.